I know the cost of living is insane in 2025, but one of the dumbest things you can probably do is get caught stealing at the self-checkout line. Hey, welcome back into the channel, everybody. Thanks for being here. I'm recording this on Sunday, October 26th. Let's see when I can get it posted for everybody. We're going to talk about those that go to the self-checkout at Walmart, at Target, at grocery stores, and decide to help themselves to a couple of free items, and even in one case, an entire cart full of items. Let's just check out the clips because I literally know these people have no shame in their game, and we get to see it on CCTV and badge cam today. Let's get to it.
She got caught stealing in self-checkout line. Her friend has a lot of food under her shirt. Oh my God.
I believe the guy in the Dallas Cowboy football jersey there, pretty sure he's the loss prevention, the security guy. So he grabs the stuff that she has allegedly stolen here. I'm guessing she just didn't check out. He sees her on the camera. He comes out not scanning stuff and takes the stuff back from her. So that's where I think we're at in this one.
Wow, why would you do this? Why would you do this? This is Dallas, y'all. This bitch got a whole bunch of shit up under her fucking thing. Hold on, dog.
Duh, because look what you're doing.
I just did it because you Antonio, just let her go. So now you want to go tell me?
You know everything I'm hammering.
I don't give a fuck, bitch. Don't come back. Don't come back. It's officially
This
on
girl
camera.
got
Don't
a
come back.
whole bunch of stuff in her fucking thing.
Okay, I got you on camera.
Don't come
Y'all
back.
gonna be on World Star. I got 100,000 followers. Oh my God, it's Dallas. Then this bitch threw. Oh man. Wow, they trying to steal from the fucking checkout line, y'all. They trying to. Hey, you can't steal like this damn check. Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all something about this self-checkout line. You steal something about the self-checkout line, they own it.
Yay, yikes, ew, my goodness. So she dumps the milk, she destroys the flowers, they apparently had stuff under their shirt, and then they try to hide their face as they're going down the steps like they're not already on a whole bunch of security cameras, including the guy there that is filming who apparently had 100,000 followers, which is hilarious. World star. These people, man, they don't understand, especially in today's age when we know there's thieves at these self-checkouts trying to take advantage of it, that loss prevention is watching you in those cameras. A lot of those screens are pointed right down at the checkout line. So when you're scan, and then you take an item and just slide it in the bag, they're watching you. They're sitting there watching you. I just came back from the grocery store, and our grocery store on the corner here in my neighborhood has like 8 self-checkout lines, and they're in a square. And the 2 employees are standing there, and loss prevention's watching you from upstairs. It's a pretty crazy setup, and you're not going to get away with anything, man. They know. They're watching you. They know what to look for. They know the regulars. They know people that live in this neighborhood. You're just not going to get away with it. And as much security as we talk about at these locations, the cameras, the CCTV, the loss prevention officers, they get it wrong sometimes. People do make honest mistakes there. I've done it once where I scanned everything and I totally forgot as I was putting the bags back in that I had like a pack of paper plates on the bottom that was like kind of at the corner bottom of the cart that I couldn't scan yet, and I kept putting stuff, and then I totally forgot. I walked out the door. It was like an $8 pack of paper plates or something. I walked out the door literally as I got to the parking lot. I was like, oh, things. I walked them back in, and the lady was right there at the front, if you know what my grocery store looks like, and I said, I totally walked out. I did not scan these paper plates. They were on the bottom. I'm really sorry. I scanned it, swiped the card, paid for it, and out the door. She was like, oh, it's cool. It's okay. Here, let me help you. But sometimes they're not cool like that. Check this clip out.
The scanners at self-checkout lines are meant to make shopping an easy, breezy experience.
69 cents.
But they can also be a major headache, says shopping expert Phil Lempert.
It is so easy to make a mistake on these machines. People have a full shopping cart, they're putting it in, they forget to scan something, or the machine just doesn't work. And if you make a mistake unintentionally, hey, you could be arrested.
Sounds hard to believe? Consider what happened to Paige Warren.
I didn't steal.
She says she was on her way out of a Walmart in Texas with a shopping cart filled with items when an employee told her that a $6 bag of Reese's Pieces didn't scan.
I apologized immediately and said, I'm so sorry. I scanned it. I thought it scanned. And I was trying to take out my debit card to go over there and pay. And he was like, you can't do that. You have to come with me.
She was taken to a back room and questioned by an officer.
I don't understand why I can't just walk back and pay for my bag of Reese's and go outside with my children.
I'm starting to panic because I'm just in this room with them and they're not listening to me. I'm just like almost in tears. I'm ready to cry.
They let her go without pressing charges, but she's now banned from that location.
I do not use self-checkout. I do not want to be accused of something like that again.
And that's stupid. We got to have some common sense. If you've got somebody there shopping and buying $200 worth of groceries and a bag of Reese's doesn't scan and it's an accident, it's a clear accident, and they're like, here's my card. Here's my card. Let me swipe for you. Use common sense. Let them swipe the card, pay for what they didn't pay for, and move on with their day. But if you've got somebody there who's, trying to buy makeup and just tossing the makeup into the thing and they're being an obvious shoplifter or thief, fine. Question those people, arrest them, whatever it takes, but not a lady like this. It's clear she wasn't trying to steal a bag of Reese's when she has a whole cart full of groceries. She's got her debit card out and she's cooperating and saying, hey, it was an honest mistake, let me pay for it. You got to have people hired in these positions, these loss prevention, these security, these police officers, whatever it is, that have a little bit of common sense. Just a little. And the other thing you guys got to realize is that these stores are starting to use really high-tech technology, including AI. I know everybody's favorite AI, right? To catch these people that are taking advantage of these self-checkouts. This guy actually works in the industry. Listen to what he says they're using in order to catch these people stealing stuff. It's wild.
Walmart is leading the charge in catching shoplifters, and they're using AI technology in order to do that. So you may have noticed something different if you shop at Walmart and you've been checking out. They're using AI technology to know exactly what you're scanning and what the price of that item should be. So if you are doing the banana trick, which is where you switch the label on an item to a less expensive item, they're gonna know.
Yeah, it's not just stealing items. People are obviously stealing and not scanning and throwing stuff in, but they're also doing the $100 Lego and sticking a 59-cent Apple tag on it. So when they ring up the Lego set, it rings up for $1 and they're walking out with a $100 item for nothing. That's very, very prevalent. There was a whole ring of those people arrested here in Florida not that long ago.
They also are using technology to find out if you are leaving items in your cart or not scanning items, and they're sending the police to people's homes to knock on their door and arrest them for shoplifting. So Walmart is no joke. Do not mess around with them at checkout registers because they are investing heavily in technology to catch these folks who are ripping them off.
Imagine getting a knock on your door one day because you forgot to scan a bag of Reese's Pieces and the cop's there and he goes, "You're going to jail because you didn't scan your $6 Reese's Pieces." Oh, that would be a knock on the door, right? That would be some insaneness. And along those same lines, this girl tells us about Target and what she's seen and heard and experienced from Target catching shoplifters and how far they will go to get you from ripping them off. This one is wild as well.
You guys need to stop stealing from Target. Last night I'm at Target and I blatantly see somebody stealing at self-checkout. And the lady that was standing there like monitoring everybody did nothing about it. What do you do when this happens? She's like, oh, nothing, but they're going to get a subpoena in the mail. What the girl was saying is that, say you steal a pack of gum, whether it was an accident or not, and then you think you got away with it, and then you go back and you buy something more expensive, and you're just like, oh, I always steal from Target, and I've never been caught. Well, they're building a file against you. That's what the lady told me. They're literally building a file against you using facial recognition, and then once you reach a certain amount or I don't know what, if it's a certain amount. She basically said that you could get a subpoena in the mail or you can get arrested for shoplifting. And that is terrifying to me because, like, how many times have I accidentally stole something? We all do it, right? One time I put a thing of water bottles under my cart and then forgot to scan them and walked out. So what am I at? Like, am I at like 200? Am I going to go to jail soon? I'm just like nervous about this. They know my face. Like, am I going to jail soon?
Yeah, I mean, I've done it once that I ever know that I did it was the paper plates. Turned around, went right back in. If they're building a case against you, as long as you're not making a habit of forgetting to scan stuff, you're perfectly fine. Just don't be that person. I know it happens. Accidents happen. And if it happens once, so be it. If it happens twice, maybe, but don't make it a habit and you'll be okay. But if that's true, Target's building a file and going after people, yeah, if somebody steals a thing of makeup for $10, they're not going to invest in catching you. But if they see a pattern where you're continuously doing it, then they know they have a problem on their hands and yeah, they're going to come after you.
Yeah, for those people who have been charged with shoplifting through these self-checkout lanes in Walmart and Target, it kind of takes a bit of gall on the part of these big companies. They've got us scanning and bagging our own stuff. They're saving tons of money on cashiers, but they're prosecuting us when we make a mistake. Well,
yeah, this guy's a defense attorney, mind you. Backstory, just he defends people and handles this for theft and all that. So keep that in mind as he talks further.
Look, Walmart's cashiers, Target's cashiers, they get training on these machines and all that training. They still make mistakes on the job, but they're not charged with a crime when they make a scanning mistake. If you or I forget to scan a few things, they're going to charge us with petty theft or shoplifting, and you can go to jail for this. I mean, the good news is, even if you're guilty of sin, we can get this stuff dismissed. But the bad news is, I mean, the punishment is a bit harsh and you face jail time. I doubt you're going to jail on this, so I would not worry about that. Do not lose any sleep. Even without jail, there's some nasty side effects like lots of probation, community service, classes, fines. Worst of all, you got this dark cloud of a criminal history that'll follow you around forever. And I know employers don't mind like a DUI, say, because everybody's had a few drinks. But theft, that's the sort of record. It's not like a gateway to good paying jobs typically. So the truth is these cases are beatable because they're tough to prove. It's the state's burden to prove that you intended to steal this stuff. How do they prove someone intended to steal when you just made a mistake or two? The problem is Florida law doesn't give us really a lot of guidance on how many mistakes constitute a crime, right? Versus not a crime. If you made one scanning mistake, that doesn't look like much of a crime. Who's to say the machine wasn't acting up? There's always this tension in a petty theft case, right? Between where's the line for a crime and human error and even machine error.
Yeah, and that's what I'm talking about with the common sense in the previous clips is if you do it and you accidentally make a mistake, there's got to be an intent to steal. I didn't come into Walmart intending to steal their makeup or their food or whatever it is. It just the machine wasn't working. I was scanning too fast. I got distracted by a phone call or text message. It happens. And I took something that I didn't realize I had taken. There's no crime there. That's an accident. And even though, you know, ignorance is no excuse to the law, accidents are. Accidents happen. They can be criminal. But it's just they got to give you some common sense and some leeway. Now, again, if you make a habit out of it and they're building a file and they see you doing it multiple times, yes, now you have a problem. You're the issue and you need to fix it, not them, or they're going to fix it for you. But just mistakenly not scanning something or leaving. How many of us have bought a big pack of toilet paper, stuck it under the cart, and almost rolled out with it? I mean, it happens, right? He's got a point, and he's a lawyer. He's fought these cases. He knows what he's talking about.
In general, the more items you've legitimately bought, the less likely it is you've committed crime. If you walk into Walmart, you bought over 250 things, but you didn't scan 3 items, it's probably not a crime. But if you bought 7 items and you forgot to scan 3, you probably got a petty theft right there. The great news is that we defense attorneys, we've got so many options on charges like this to get them dismissed. So I don't want you to get too down on yourself for making a mistake. I mean, stuff happens. We can even erase the criminal history when all's said and done. Let's not lose hope here. Get yourself a good attorney, a good local attorney, and it'll be just fine.
Yeah, so he's pitching himself. We know that. It's an advertisement for himself. But the points he's made are very, very good. It is a big burden of proof. They have to prove that you're guilty and intended to steal versus just making a mistake, right? And hopefully 99% of these stores, these managers, these loss prevention, and these police officers have enough common sense to know the difference when it happens. All right, and we're gonna see a story of a lady who actually had to go through this, and she has a very, very famous past, and this is devastating because of what it did to her life. Check it out. This is sad.
It blows my mind that stores know their self-checkouts don't work and they're letting people get arrested at them anyway.
Now the former Olympian who says using the self-checkout at Walmart ruined her life.
So Megan scanned everything, but the machine messed up and Walmart had her arrested. And then it got even worse because they searched her bag and they found some vapes and Zofran. So they charged her with possession of a controlled substance on top of shoplifting, and she lost everything.
Self-checkout error led to her arrest and the loss of her prestigious job as an NCAA Division I softball coach.
And it turned out the vapes didn't have nicotine or THC, and Zofran is an anti-nausea drug. And even though the charges were ultimately dropped, she had to hire an attorney to get that. And it gets worse because Walmart did this again. A mom in Houston was held in a back room with her kids present because the machine didn't scan her Reese's Pieces.
I don't understand why I can't just walk back and pay for my bag of Reese's.
And the scariest part of this is that it's starting to happen all the time. 10% of self-checkout users have been falsely accused of some kind of theft, and a lot of stores just press charges automatically. Some stores even make money off of this. They charge a civil recovery fee. They know that self-checkout increases theft, whether or not it's true, and losses go up 31%. But you know what's cheaper than fixing a broken machine or hiring more people? Just making you do the work, and if you get it wrong, charging you a fine or having you arrested.
Yep. They save money on not having cashiers, and if you try to pull some theft or anything on that, they'll just charge you with a crime and get their money back, restitution. There's so many things wrong with this whole situation. They've got to fix it. They got to do better. And I do use self-checkout when it's like quick and a thing, but most of the time I will go through an actual register. That's just my personal preference there. What do you guys do? Do you go through self-checkout? Do you use the normal register? What is the consensus? Let's see the comments what the majority says that they do. I literally use the self-checkout if I have like 1 or 2 items and like they're just in my hands and I know like, okay, I can't get this wrong. Beep, beep, and then go for it, right? So that's how I handle it. What do you do? Okay, let's take a look at the actual video of somebody getting caught doing this on purpose. They're an actual thief, and you'll see exactly what the loss prevention people are watching when you're doing your self-checkout.
So here's that footage the officer was referring to. It's from a Target, and it shows Marlena Velez walking into the Cape Coral Target last fall with her significant other and her children. They shop, and then they make their way to that self-checkout with a cart full of stuff, the kids in tow. Then Marlena starts scanning. At first, it's a pair of slippers and other items. Then she grabs some children's clothing. But look closely, very closely. Velez is not scanning the tag for the clothing. She has another tag in her hand, and she's scanning that tag instead of the tag for the clothes. Then she does it again for other household items, scanning one item but not the others. And then take a look at this. She actually doesn't even scan items. Here, she takes clothes directly from the cart and puts them in the bag. So this is what led Target Loss Prevention to contact Cape Coral Police. Now back to the body-worn camera footage from November 21st.
Wait for her to come here, but we'll walk to my car in the meantime. Okay. I'm gonna take the car. Thank you.
How old are your kids?
3 and 1.
I'm gonna stay right here just in case he wakes up. He's not leaving until someone else comes, alright?
Okay. Can we like wait inside? I'm cold, or am I
No,
gonna
we're
be in
gonna
the
be in my
car?
car. It'll be warmer in there. You don't have anything on you, right? I know you just woke up, but do you have anything in pockets or anything like that?
No, I wish I would be able to change, though.
Okay, we're gonna go on the other side. Right, just stand here, face the car, and then spread your feet. I'm just gonna pat you down with the back of my hand, all right? Make sure you don't have any weapons or anything here. I'm gonna open the door so you can get air conditioning, right? Well, not air conditioning, but like, you know, not the heater, but just constant air flow. So it doesn't get stuffy.
Then the arresting officers discuss whether another arrest will be made before trying to talk to Marlena Velez.
Does Nick Jones got charges as well? I'm gonna call him, give him the opportunity to, if he has found probable cause, but I don't know if he's found PC for his.
Okay. I mean, it's a video good on him.
And Cape Coral, if you didn't know, is in Florida. It's about an hour and 15, hour and 30 south of me on the here on the Gulf Coast of Florida.
No idea.
I'm out here taking this car down.
I'm just going to read you something.
And that's how you get arrested, and that's them showing up at her door after Target reviewed the videos, figured out that she had been doing this. So she had the old secret where she had barcodes already made up in her thing, and she would just palm them, and then as she scanned the item, she'd have the tag for the item, but she'd have this one under it, and so when she went beep, it was actually ringing up this barcode, which she had created on a computer, and those barcodes were for like $1 or $2 instead of $20 or $30 like the clothing would have normally rang up as. So there you go. That's actual video showing the actual crime of how these people are getting away with this, or at least trying to get away with it. All right, this next guy is going to talk about the fact that EBT and SNAP benefits are going away on November 1st. We're just a couple of days away from that, and that people are threatening to steal. Some people saying they're going to loot, but others just saying they're going to go through self-checkout and just steal whatever they need and make a quick, clean getaway of it. It's just not going to happen. They're going to be looking for you.
So now y'all talking about y'all about to go through self-checkout and steal all your food. Well, let me tell you how Walmart and all other grocery stores been prepared for this. They started that STAR program or whatever it's supposed to be where you got to pay for a subscription, and that's the only way you could get a cashier. I know y'all probably ain't noticed that, but that's the way it been going. 2, they got police departments stationed in Walmart. Yeah, so real officers are sitting in them control and surveillance rooms, watching everything y'all do, watching the car you pull up in, running your license plate number. They doing all this before they confront you for stealing. Please keep in mind, this is 2025. You will not be able to get away with crime so easily or at all. Really, crime is becoming extinct. There's no way for you to do anything without really getting caught these days. For all the people that plan on, let's unite together and we all...
Total side note, if you don't follow her, Lindy Glenn over on her YouTube channel, I'm sure most of you that watch me know who she is. I'll link it below. If not, did a video covering that Walmart actually has people, they're called like watchers, who sit out in the parking lot and they wait for people to come in that look suspicious or look like they might be up to something. I know it's stereotyping in some cases, but it's perfectly legal. And those people will come into the store acting like they're any other customer, and they will target those people that look suspicious. They'll just kind of follow them around and see if their suspicions were right. If they go into the store and they don't do anything bad, then they move on to the next one. But if they do and they catch them, then you knew that they had somebody sitting out in that parking lot literally waiting to see if you were going to steal. So they've got a lot of ways to catch you, so just don't do it.
We're going to walk in Walmart, Kroger's, Target. We're going to walk in all these grocery stores on one day and we're just going to steal everything. What? Y'all ain't been seeing the way they've been expanding these prisons? They've been making room. Y'all talking about having a national theft day. Y'all gonna leave them babies out your parentless, and they gonna be wards of the state who end up convicted criminals just like their parents. So come on, man. Let's not turn into hardened criminals overnight behind inflation and food costs.
And it's true. He's right. That's just what's going to happen. They'll get arrested. The kids will have to deal with it. Their families, they'll be in worse shape than they were before that. But at the same time, I get it. Desperate people are going to do desperate things. It's how it always goes. If they can't eat because they can't get EBT, then they're going to try this self-checkout because they think it's safer than just picking up armfuls and running out the door and looting. They think, hey, I'll just slide through Walmart and I'll go spend $5-10 on groceries and I'll get myself $100 worth of groceries because I'm not going to scan stuff. So again, don't do it, but he makes some really good points there. This one's real short, but it is one of the ways that people, again, trying to get away with this at self-checkouts, because if you go to a cashier, they're going to ask. But I think everyone has seen somebody try to do this. Yep. Filling up your basket, filling up your trash can, filling up a box, whatever it is you're buying with all the stuff you want to steal, and you're just gonna roll out the door with it just like that. If you go to the cashier, they're gonna ask to see inside of it, but if you go through self-checkout, nobody's there to ask me. But if the guy watching the camera sees you ring up the trash can and thinks there's stuff in there, because when you pick it up or move it or do anything, it looks like it has weight in it, he's probably gonna catch you. Okay, this last clip, we're gonna wrap it up here, is wild. Apparently, Walmart is considering leaving self-checkouts for only people that pay for a subscription to like Walmart Plus. So you're not gonna be able to use the self-checkout unless you're already a paying customer, that they have your information, your credit card, so that if they do consider you as a thief or catch you stealing, they can charge your card, and or they will know who you are. You're not just some rando off the street that came in and stole from them and they've got no way to find you and no recourse. This is wild. This may only be for some locations, some areas, some stores, some states, I don't know. But this guy will tell you a little bit more about it, and this is absolutely nuts-ola if they go forward with this.
So did you hear about this one? Apparently, because there's a lot of you who are self-checkout stealing degenerates, Walmart's gonna start limiting its self-checkout only to paying subscribers now. Yeah, I said what I said because of people like this. Look, you're taking a $50 box of diapers, taking a Kool-Aid pack, and trying to scan it, thinking you're gonna get away with it. Come on. Look, I'm all for bringing down the prices of some of these ridiculous items that companies are trying to overcharge us for, but there are ways to go about doing it. Look at what we're doing with Kellogg's. We're already bringing down the prices of certain cereals from our boycotts. Doing this, though, is just gonna do nothing but land you in jail. And apparently, this whole self-checkout stealing thing has gotten so bad at Walmarts across the nation that Walmarts are actually now reducing the amount of self-checkout stations they have and are going back to using regular cashiers for you to check out your items.
Yeah, I covered that in a video a couple months ago on my channel about self-checkout possibly going away. I'll try to find the video link and put it down in the description box as well. That is absolutely, they thought that it would be faster and cheaper without a cashier, but then when they saw how much theft was happening, they're like, whoa, 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 let's reel this back in a little bit.
And if I'm being completely honest, I kind of like the idea that they're removing self-checkout stations and, going back to regular cashiers. I've always been a self-checkout hater. Maybe it's because I've never liked the idea that after a long day of working at my job, I gotta go shop and then do the job of a cashier on top of it. But I mean, come on, I could see some of the benefits of self-checkout. Maybe if you have just one or two quick items, you wanna go scan it real quick and be on your way. So you don't have to stand in line behind somebody who has an entire cart full of stuff. But like everything in the world, people gotta go and ruin shit for us, which is why Walmart is now going to start charging people to use their self-checkout stations. And if you want to know the price, it's going to be a yearly total of about $94 or $12.95 or so per month by signing up for their Walmart Plus subscription. So yeah, if you're a fan of the Walmart self-checkout system, thanks to the people who like to go in there and steal, yeah, it looks like you're going to have to add on another subscription to something in order to use their self-checkout system. And because of this, Walmarts are now going to have more police officers on duty at Walmart to deter any theft. Walmart will also now be hiring even more employees to check for people's receipts as they leave the door. Yeah, you know those annoying lines that you wait behind people as they go and they look at your cart and look at the receipt to verify the items? Yep, those lines are going to be even longer now. What do you think about this shit? Are you happy to see self-checkout stations go back to more traditional cashiers? Or are you going to pay the ridiculous price to have a Walmart Plus subscription just so you can continue to use the self-checkout? Be sure to let me know. And as always, thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit that follow button if you like getting it.
Yeah, I would not pay $12.95 a month or even $100 for the year, which is only, what, like $9, $8-9. I wouldn't do that just to have the right to self-checkout. No thanks, I'll stand in line. I'm not going to pay somebody just another subscription just for that. Not worth it, no thanks. Anyways, would you pay monthly for Walmart or for any store to get convenience of self-checkout if you were the only ones that could use it to help prevent theft and raising prices? I'm just not going to do it. I don't believe a lot of people would do it. I think that would be a miserable fail. But let me know in the comment section what you think of that, and we'll see what the majority thinks as well on that one. In fact, now that you guys are in the comment section, make sure you let me know about the videos on this channel. I know it's been a lot of new content, so let me know what you think. Let me know what you want to see. Let me know video ideas, and I will go over them, and hopefully a few of them will end up here on the channel. So thank you for that. And thank you for hitting the like button. Really helps the algorithm. Just one little click, and leaving me a comment helps as well. So take that 5 seconds and just drop me a line so I can read it and respond to you. And subscribe. Turn your bell for your notifications on. Don't miss out on future videos as new content comes out. And until the next one, have a wonderful rest of your evening, and I will see you next time.